Cheeks versus MadIke, or as far as I know, MadIke.
Okay, I've never heard of the Rob, so
Well?
I could just be uninformed and uneducated on the matter, and I apologize to the people. But now we know that Freaks Cheeks is rocking Rob up against MadIke's Cloud.
It's a very nice alliteration. That was almost like Letterkenny alliteration. I don't know if you've seen the super cold open from Letterkenny, which is where it's a cold open, but they stand out in Canadian snow and do it. And
I don't
it's
think
just
so.
And it is just alliteration the whole way through. I'll show you at some point.
Okay, show me at some point, because from what I've seen of Letterkenny, it was great.
Letterkenny is so good, dude. What is also good is Cheeks' down tilts.
I liked the idea there to go for the jump up air to try to cover a jump from ledge, getting away from gyro. That is pretty much, Cloud has two main options from the ledge in drop, ledge, jump up air, and jump down air.
Yeah.
And those like cover a lot for Cloud, so usually he doesn't have to delve too far into his other options.
Right.
So I like that Cheeks was already looking to cover some of that.
The other thing that happened there is that when Cheeks used that gyro, I mean, he down aired the gyro and then it hit him. And I gotta say, as a Cloud player, if that happened to me, I would be irate.
Their Cheeks went for the classic toss gyro down so I can go and grab.
Oh, no.
What happened?
So I think what probably happened is he thought he had his jump, thought he was still locked out, and then by the time he could have upbeat. Okay. And Cheeks just missing the spacing for that gyro, unless he is trying to cover the neutral get-ups.
Yeah, I feel like it'd be better to leave it there at the ledge, so he might have to back up just a tad bit more there. That's a little bit more threatening for MadIke, especially when it drifts back and it's a little bit harder for MadIke to go in and like instant air toss it without committing hard into the stage.
See,
there we go. That's the beautiful distance right there. And there he covers the ledge jump.
I'm actually interested to know if Rob players and just players in general use the characters in the background or like the lights to judge their distance, or if they just know intuitively.
I would definitely be looking for some visual cues if I was a Rob.
Yeah. Okay, cross slash gonna take that stock. So I'm a little shocked actually that I had to hesitate there.
I mean, Rob's a fat boy.
He is fat, but I mean, this is second Cloud stock with 100% rage.
I mean, you're right.
Yeah. I figured it should kill, but I'm afraid.
We could also see, you know, down throw right now. Cloud can die to down throw.
You don't want to go off stage like that.
Raw up here, not going to do it by itself. But,
okay, but the down throw?
Cheeks has had a solid grasp of where MadIke wants to be.
Yes.
His movement has been real nice covering those options. And he's found a lot of ways to get in close, which is not a traditional Rob thing. I'm wondering if the Rob is like an experiment. Because there was a couple of times where like the spacing was just a tad off. Or where he's a little bit more martial of a Rob sometimes, where he'll get in and go for like 4 down tilts. But I mean, it's working. And then he goes for like down tilts to convert to dash attack to get some stuff going. Normally we don't see that much out of Robs. But it could just be an unconventional style of Rob as well.
Speaking of unconventional, MadIke has chosen to take Cheeks, who is playing Rob to Lilat, and I know that a lot of Robs really like Lilat. Some of them, it's a very polarizing subject for them, because a lot of them don't like it because it messes up their projectile game. A lot of them like it because it makes the projectile game more unpredictable and more difficult for their opponents to predict how they should be dealing with gyro. And particularly in a matchup like this, you're probably going to see Cheeks use a lot of the gyro to cover the in-betweens of the platforms to really cut off MadIke's ground game as Cloud, which is so important.
Oh yeah, and then these platforms actually really benefit both characters. Obviously, you guys know what Cloud can do on a platform. He gets huge combo extensions, especially against a Rob. But those platforms kind of help Rob mix up the landing, which is one of his bigger issues, as well as giving him an avenue to get that up throw on all of these plats a lot more consistently. So he's going to have a consistently killing earlier kill throw. Might hit at 130 without rage. Maybe. He might need a little bit more with rage.
And, you know, it's important to note that, you know, these platforms are low enough that it does work. And meanwhile, it actually makes it a little harder for MadIke to just sort of cover the platforms with the up air, simply because on a stage like Battlefield or Dreamland, he can essentially just give the platform a hitbox because his sword will cover that. Whereas on this stage, he's probably going to be peaking above the platform a little bit, and if that's misspaced or mistimed, Cheeks can take advantage of that and land a hit of his own.
You see, they're coming into play without Rage, not going to do a lot. I'm not sure if... I feel like that was a misinput. A lot of the time, Rob, when you see that side B, they wanted to be reverse down B, which is actually a really difficult input.
So up smash at ledge, not actually an unusual thing to see. The unusual part about that is that normally it's prefaced by the guy getting hit with the gyro,
right?
And
I feel
then
like
getting hit with the up smash.
Cheeks has just really believed in MadIke jumping from ledge, and he's done a good job of covering it really well.
But now you can see that these two are playing in the spaces in between the platforms, which, again, in between the platforms, especially as Cloud, that's such an advantage because he can cover more than one if he's in between, especially with that great aerial drift that Cloud has.
I love the option there. Oh, didn't escape to ledge, though. I liked that it looked like Cheeks was trying to fade to ledge, immediately using that up B to get away from any further pressure. But MadIke was able to catch him when he drifted too far in.
Meanwhile, MadIke's still looking to take this first stock. He does have the limit if he feels like burning it on taking out this Rob, which he may have to do because, again, we've covered it before, but Rob is a very heavy character, and it can be at times difficult to kill him, especially if you don't have fresh moves, and a lot of Clouds like to have a fresh up air, and that down is going to give MadIke the opportunity to get back onto the stage while conserving his limit, so it was a risky play from Cheeks, but when you're up by this much, I don't see why not.
Right, and I like that Cheeks is really measuring the reward of his throws. He's deciding to go for like back throws closer to the ledge or forward throws there instead of getting the damage because he realizes I have an opportunity to game Cloud, but I'm also steadily increasing the damage where my down throw up air will kill later, and I'm not stealing my up air.
Yeah. All right, having to burn the limit to get back, and once again believing that he was going to jump from the ledge, and MadIke obliged. Cheeks going to take it 2-0 with some, I would say, some fairly convincing stuff with that Rob.
Yeah, I think towards the end, it was a lot of maybe MadIke didn't want to do neutral getup because he didn't want to get grabbed by Rob. He was definitely in those percents where he would get down throw up aired or maybe up throwed. I don't think that from that far in you can reach the Lilat plat, but maybe. But I mean, Cheeks was taking huge advantage of it, just charging that up smash.
I would have liked to see a little bit more get-up attack from Cloud because Cloud has a very, very good get-up attack.
Especially when a lot of times Cheeks was charging those smashes. He charged down smash earlier on in the set, and at that point, MadIke rolled through it and then just let him get away with it. Didn't try to punish with anything. He was just like, oh, I'm done.
Yeah, basically. Anyways, good stuff to both players, and I would not be surprised. Yeah, we already do have another match queued up. And you can see right here we have Lion Lamb, who I have not seen in a while personally.